Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Take a Look this evening. We're so excited that you're here. What are you guys up to this summer? I know a lot of us have been doing some traveling, and I can't wait to introduce my very special guest tonight, Heather Mattuci. Hey, Heather, how are you doing?
Hi, Heidi. I'm doing wonderfully. How are you?
Doing terrific. So, you just got back from a vacation, girlfriend.
I did, and I still have some of the tan on me here. I just got back from beautiful Clearwater Beach, Florida on our Lemongrass Spa incentive trip this year. And man, oh man, was it amazing.
Well, congratulations on earning it, Heather. I loved connecting with you there. And one of the things about this trip in particular is that a lot of our earners brought their families, and you were one of them that brought your husband, your two beautiful kids. So tell us what that experience was like.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me tell you, from the moment we stepped off the plane, my kids thought that we were celebrities. There was someone waiting in the airport with a sign with our name on it, which has never happened before. And then once we got our luggage, we got to ride in what my kids say is the president's vehicle because it was the same kind of vehicle the president rides in. And then we pulled up to the resort and it was immaculate. It was just so beautiful. The pool was amazing. You could get food and drink service right at the pool. And then they saw the Gulf of Mexico, which they have never seen before, and the white sand beaches. And we spent every second that we could on the beach or at the pool, but outside in that beautiful Florida sun. And can I tell you though, I wish I was still there. All wish we were still there.
Oh, well, Heather, your experience is amazing, and that's what we especially love about offering these incentive trips to consultants in our company here at Lemongrass Spa because you absolutely deserve it. And one of the things that we love to do, of course, is spoil our travelers, provide a vacation experience that they may not have received otherwise, and it's a great way for us to connect as a community too, because we learn so much from each other. One of the things I've learned so much from you recently, Heather, is what you've done in your particular area to give back. And tonight we're going to chat a little bit about fundraising because I know there's a huge need out there in a lot of communities for different nonprofit charities, but also for people in your local area for different organizations. So tell us a little bit about what you've done to make such a huge impact in your community recently.
Well, since I've been a consultant, which has been 4.5 years now, I've done various fundraisers. Some fundraisers I've done with my customers, so they've come to me and asked me to do a fundraiser for them. And then some fundraisers I've done just on my own, collecting money and donating to a specific cause. So I think it's important to kind of cover both of those types of scenarios because there may be someone out there today who thinks, hey, I'd like to do a fundraiser. And you could team up with your local lemongrass spa consultant and do one. Or you could take the plunge and join Lemongrass Spa and do one on your own. So, let me talk a little bit about, if that's okay, two of the ways that we could do that. So, the fundraisers that I've recently done are fundraisers where I've raised money from my customer base and from my friends and family and donated a specific lemongrass spa product to a specific cause. And I've done a few of those this year. And the most recent ones have been to healthcare workers. So let me just take you back a little bit. Let me rewind and take you back to March of 2020. It was a really scary time for all of us in the country. COVID had just sprung up in our area, across the country. Things were shutting down. It was a really scary time. And in our family, I have two kids that you've mentioned. One of them has special health care needs. Our son, Carter, is a congenital heart patient, and he's had three open heart surgeries so far in his 9 years of life. And he is very susceptible to having complications should he get COVID. So when the pandemic first began, my husband, who works at our regional hospital in the operating room, was he and I were talking, and we were really concerned that he was going to bring COVID home to our family, specifically to Carter. And so we moved him down into our basement for about 2 weeks when we were trying to try and separate him from us. And it was a really hard 2 weeks. You might think, oh, a basement, a finished basement. No, this was it's like a dungeon down there. And he lived there, and we would have these conversations through the door every night or on FaceTime every night. And he was just telling me about what was going on in the hospitals. And really, what they were finding is that the healthcare workers were not only exhausted and overworked, they were wearing N95 masks all day. They were getting skin irritations from the masks. Behind their ears were getting irritated. They were leaving marks of the masks on their faces. Their hands were getting extremely chapped from washing them so much. And they just were taking care of all of the sick members of our community, putting their lives at risk every day. And, those stories that he would tell me each and every day were just haunted me. And I thought, how can I, a stay at home mom who, has a special needs child at home, I couldn't go out in the community and help the sick. I couldn't bring it home to my son. And so how could I help? And, I really felt helpless at that point. And I got to thinking and got to brainstorming and thought, lemongrass spa is kind of my jam, right? That's what I do. And I could help these healthcare workers with their skin irritations and with the skin needs that they had. And so I decided to put together a fundraiser where I would take donations to sponsor human kindness kits to give to the healthcare workers. And the Human Kindness Kit is something that Lemongrass Spa already has put together for you. It includes a 1 ounce Healing Elements balm. And our Healing Elements balm is great for any type of skin irritation. So this I thought would be perfect for all of the marks and irritations on the face. Then I thought, well, what about the hands? So in the Human Kindness Kit is a 2 ounce hand and body lotion, which would be great to help moisturize those hands and keep them from chapping. And then in the Human Kindness Kit, there's also a lip balm, which is perfect because, boy, were their lips chapped from breathing in that mask all day. So all together, and I wrapped it up in a cute little lemongrass spa bag. I would ask for donations for this Human Kindness Kit. I went out to my customer base, all my friends and family. Everyone was sharing this fundraiser throughout the community because there are a lot of people out there that wanted to help but didn't know how. And this was a great way for them to bless those who are taking care of the sick in our community. And do you know, Heidi, I did the fundraiser in March and April of 2020. We ended up being able to donate 62 human kindness kits to all of the ICU workers at our regional hospital. And the response I got from them was overwhelming. I actually had one of the nurses say to me, I didn't think people realized exactly what we were doing right now. And I didn't know they appreciated it this much. And then in December, our numbers in our area of our COVID numbers started to rise again. And so I actually did the fundraiser over again. And that next month, in January of 2021, we were able to donate 90 kits to the workers on the COVID floors in that same hospital. So altogether, we had, well over 150 individuals who received one of these human kindness kits, and hopefully felt like they were at least being thought about and being appreciated.
Well, Heather, that's absolutely remarkable. You made a huge impact in a positive way for those people. And, kudos to you and your community for coming together and doing an effort like that. I think sometimes we forget about even the smallest things like a healing elements or a lip balm can make a big impact for someone, especially because those are targeted treatments for exactly what was going on during COVID. And now that things are reopening and the masks are coming off, people are feeling this big sigh of relief. But skin conditions still exist. And that human kindness set was designed and put on our catalog to help all sorts of people. And so there are lots of different organizations always looking for opportunities to partner with local businesses. So just like you said, Heather, connect with a consultant or perhaps think about joining yourself so you can work together with nonprofits, because it's one aspect of your business that can make such a huge difference. So I know when we do our human kindness sets, $1 is donated for every kit that is sold, and the price point is really affordable at just $18 to sponsor a kit. And those funds are raised, and over time, we send them to safe havens, victims of different types of situations. Some of them are homes specifically for women as safe havens and places that they can gather. So we've been really fortunate in the fact that all of our consultants have such a heart for service and want to be part of something bigger in their communities.
And Heidi, I know we've talked about this. I really feel like the desire to bless others comes from the top down in this company. This is the most generous company I have ever been a part of. And, I see that even with my teammates. We've done another fundraiser with products that are also packaged together in our catalog called the Loving Care Gift Set. And that includes a ultra hydrating body cream, a skin and nail balm tube, and a 2-ounce healing elements. And that's packaged together. And really, it was created, I believe, to help those going through cancer treatments and the skin irritations that deal with that. And so our team actually had decided to try and raise funds to get some of these loving care gift sets donated to our local House of Hope. And I'm not sure if they have a House of Hope everywhere, but the House of Hope is basically a facility, a residential facility on the hospital campus that will provide temporary housing for patients undergoing cancer treatments that are kind of prolonged treatments. So they and their loved ones can stay there while they're getting the prolonged treatments. And our team had come together and decided to donate these kits. We were able to donate 25 kits to the patients in the House of Hope and their families. And we actually were able to take the kits directly to the House of Hope and hand them directly to these patients. And the looks on their faces when they realized that someone was thinking about them. Because I think sometimes you just think you get caught up in everything and you think, oh, maybe I'm doing this. Some of them were doing it alone. Some of them had support. Some of them didn't. And so I think just being thought of and being considered was something that they certainly appreciated. And I know that during the treatments, many of them used the products and found them useful during that time as well. So, like I said, I think generosity just flows through Lemongrass Spa, and it's at the consultant base, it's at our home office team, it's with you and Brian, it's with everyone within the company.
Well, Heather, thank you so much for that. I truly appreciate it. I'm so inspired on a daily basis by what consultants in our company do and the impact that you and your teammates are making in your local areas. You know, one of the questions that I get from time to time is nonprofit organizations that would like to actually have cash donations. So, how does that work? You know, some of our consultants decide based on their commission structure to donate a portion of their proceeds, but they still can get compensated for their time, and all of their personal sales volume still counts towards their contests and their initiatives and the things that they're trying to strive for.
Yep, that's a great point, Heidi. I've partnered with many of my customers over the years to raise funds, raise money for their specific, you know, charity or a specific cause that's close to their heart. So the way that that would work, if you are a customer out there and you want to partner with a lemongrass spa consultant, you would have that conversation about, you know, what your cause is and how you would like to run some sort of event in order to raise funds. So let me give you kind of an example of what that would look like. I've done many of these over the years, and I've done them for, you know, football boosters. I've done them for Relay for Life, all different sorts of causes. And I'm going to give you an example of one that I did for a cheerleading squad. They were raising money for new uniforms. And so the coach of the squad is a very good customer of mine. And all of her assistant coaches have had parties with me and in-home events. And she came to me and she said, Heather, I'd really like to host an live event where our parents, where our boosters, where our friends and family can come to the event and sample lemongrass spa products, learn about the products, and then go ahead and place orders for what they have, you know, decided upon to bring to their homes. And then what would happen is a portion of those sales, up to all of the commission from those sales, would be donated to that cause. So and consultants can do it in various ways. It's really up to the consultant on the commission structure and how they would like to, how much they would like to donate. um, and so this in-person event we held at a fire hall that they got donated to them. And people came in, they had hand spas done with our body polish. They were able to sample all of our products. They sat through some presentations about toxins and living life toxin free. And so after that, they placed orders for products they'd like to bring home. And we also, at the same time, had an online event going on where people would go to our online Facebook group and be educated about our products and place orders that way. So in the end, we had a collection of orders, and that created a party for this organization. And then my commission was then donated to their cause for getting new uniforms. And so in the end, they were able to get their new uniforms, which was wonderful. But it was just a way for them to get Lemongrass Spa out into the community as well. And, you know, I always tell people that you might be thinking, oh, you would donate all of your commission to the cause. When a business person does a fundraiser, you know, when entrepreneurs do a fundraiser like us, we get so many benefits from doing that fundraiser aside from the commission. So, you know, I've met people that I never would have met before. I've booked parties I never would have booked before. And there's all sorts of benefits for doing them aside from just the monetary cause of it. So, you know, in the end, I was thrilled to have gained new customers and met new people. And the cheerleaders were thrilled to be able to cheer in their new uniforms.
That's an excellent example, Heather. Thank you so much. I know that you do so much for your community and people really do appreciate that. I think the, sporting events for a lot of families to do these fundraisers is so important. And, it's those little things that kind of add up, like the uniforms and the sponsorships and so forth. So thank you so much for sharing that example. You're exactly right. Now you have a network of people that you become friends with as well. So there's absolutely so many benefits.
If you are out there right now thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I could use my lemongrass spa business to bless others, yeah, you definitely can. And so, take this, the summer is a great time to think about starting your own lemongrass spa business. And there's so much training within our company about how you can go about doing fundraisers and blessing others. And there's so much assistance with being able to, put that fundraiser together. So if you're thinking, oh gosh, I don't know if I could do it, there's so much support within our company to help you with that. On the flip side, if you're a customer and you're thinking, I need to do a fundraiser, how do I get in touch with someone? Reach out to your local consultant or reach out to our corporate site and try to get hooked up with a local consultant so that you can do a fundraiser for your organization. I think it's so important. One of my favorite quotes is by Booker T. Washington, and he said something like the way to be happy really is by affecting others and by doing for others, and that's the way that you find happiness. And I think that's so true. I mean, you really are. I know I am my happiest if I am doing for others. And so hopefully, if you have that need in your heart, I think Lemongrass Spa can definitely help you fulfill that.
I agree, Heather. Thank you so much for sharing all those ways that people can get involved. You've been such a joy tonight. Thank you so much for jumping on with us. And thank you for watching tonight. We really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your summer and keep that summer glow that you've got, Heather. It's absolutely gorgeous on you.
Thank you so much, Heidi, and thank you for this opportunity. Have a great day.